The biggest mistake in business isn't talking too much, it's solving the wrong problem. Today, I want to show you one conversation that can completely change the way people respond to you. Whether you're a realtor, business owner, salesperson, or someone simply wants a better relationship. And this matters. I'm Wayne Weathersby, and welcome to Productive Not Busy. Several years ago, I walked into what I thought would be a great listing appointment. I had everything: the market statistics, professional marketing materials, testimonials, technology, years of experience. I was prepared, or at least I thought I was. I sat down, I opened my laptop, and within a few minutes, I realized something. I wasn't connecting. The homeowner was not asking questions. They weren't leaning in, and they definitely were not engaged. I had spent so much time preparing what I wanted to say that I never stopped long enough to understand what mattered most to them. I wasn't having a conversation. I was giving a presentation, and presentations rarely build trust. Conversations do. That experience changed the way I lead, the way I coach, the way I recruit, the way I sell, because I learned something I'll never forget. People don't care how much you know until they're convinced you understand what they need. People don't buy products. They buy belief. They want control. Nobody hires a realtor because they love paperwork. They hire someone because they want certainty during an uncertain time in their life. When you understand that someone is really trying to gain, your conversations completely change. So instead of asking, what are you looking for? Maybe try asking, what are you hoping that changes for you? That's where the real conversation begins. Most people listen with one purpose: to respond. Great communicators listen for something different. They listen to understand and learn. One of the easiest ways to do that is simple observations. It sounds like, it seems like, it feels like. Those aren't statements, they're invitations. People naturally expand on them. They'll tell you more, correct you, clarify. And every sentence gives you another piece of the puzzle that you need. The more they talk, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you are to them. The quality of your conversations and questions determines the quality of your relationship. Think about the questions most people ask. Can I help you? That usually gets one word: yes or no. Instead, ask, what prompted you to start looking now? Now you've invited a story. The story reveals the motivation. Motivations reveal priorities, and priorities reveal decisions. People don't make emotional decisions because of facts. They make decisions because of meaning to them. Business owners make this mistake every single solitary day. They spend all of their time talking about themselves, their experience, their awards, their company, their process, their product. Meanwhile, the customer is silently asking one question: do you understand what I'm dealing with? Should answer that question before anything else, because understanding creates trust. Trust creates opportunity. Here's the principle that changes more conversations than anything else in my career. Every meaningful conversation has two phases. First, understand. Second, recommend. Never reverse the order. The moment you start recommending before you fully understand, people begin defending themselves. But when they feel understood and heard, they become open. The recommendation becomes a natural next step instead of a sales pitch. Here's one sentence I want you to stop using: so, what can I do for you today? Right? Replace it with, what would make today's conversation super valuable for you? Those few words shift ownership to the other person. They tell you exactly what's important, and they instantly change the tone of the meeting. So try it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by what happens next. Here's this week's challenge. Here's your assignment. Have 5 conversations this week where your goal isn't to solve anything. Don't persuade, don't pitch, don't explain. Just become deeply curious. Ask better questions. Listen longer. Right? When you listen longer, it starts to make you feel comfortable. Pay attention to what people are really saying. They notice what changes, because better conversations don't just create better sales, they create better relationships and better customers, better leadership, and better businesses. The people who make the biggest impact aren't always the smartest people in the room. They're the people who make everyone else feel understood. That's the skill worth mastering.